Alex Jones. He's been putting out sort of this cryptic, vague statement on various social media platforms about the federal government coming in to shut down InfoWars. InfoWars is his unbelievably popular platform that he put together many years ago, which a lot of people like to say spews conspiracy theories. Meanwhile, most of these things, when investigated and enough time goes by, you realize he was right. Everything, even fluoride turning frogs gay, turned out to be right. Incredible. So he's been on of late saying, and some of his supporters and people, that the government wants to shut down InfoWars. Now, I don't know the whys or hows of this. From what I could get, just a dribble of information, I think it would be based on seizing his assets, because he owes $1 billion for doing a podcast about the school shooting, and they now want to confiscate his assets to start paying off that debt. Well, who's that going to? Like, wait, the families? I don't know. So that's kind of what I imagine this is about. But to have the government come in and shut down something like that would be incredibly outrageous and not a good thing. So Alex was on talking about it. And Alex, as we've seen in the past, a great showman. I love Alex. Anytime I'm down in Texas, I usually get a chance to see him. We talk, have a good time. I've done InfoWars many times. I hosted it. I hosted like the final hour of his show once a week for quite some time. And I love the guy. I think he's got this and had this podcast thing down for many years. It's amazing how long he was able to, how long ago he was able to put something together and do this before other people actually did it. But he gets very emotional. He is a showman. I know that much. And I don't know what's going on here, but I don't like seeing this. Alex crying.
I gotta beat these people. I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but it's been a hard fight. These people hate our children. Just take more calls. Go ahead and do the next person.
I don't like pissy-eyed Alex. I don't like seeing pissy-eyed Alex. No one likes seeing a grown man cry, especially with his oldie-time Civil War facial hair. And I don't know. There's no tears. I mean, let's be real here. And we've seen him do stuff like this before. But why would you do this? No one wants to see Guy cry face. Guy cry face.
I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but it's been a hard fight. These people hate our children.
No Alex. Then he pulls it together. See, I think that's supposed to be the you gotta, I don't know. Is there an instance of a very manly man, even in a movie, crying where it's appropriate and not degrading? Like maybe a single tear or something really bad. Oh, okay. All right. And even in this, it was kind of crazy, but at least there was a reason for it. One of the sloppiest crying scenes in cinematic history goes to Russell Crowe in Gladiator. When Russell Crowe comes up to his estate and sees the hung, raped, burnt bodies of his son and wife, he goes into a cry He's drooling, snot's coming out of his mouth. A spit string connects between his dead wife's burnt foot and his mouth. Sloppiest cry I've ever seen. Look, snot. I guess that was the end of it. Yeah, you gotta get when he comes. Here you go. Look at the spit. It's like Stuttering John. Okay, I remembered him being more babbly, like, but I guess not. It was done very quietly. The spit took the place of the tears because they didn't want to weaken, Spaniard there and make him look weak by blubbering. Okay, a blubbering cry. What's the worst blubbering man cry in a movie? Feel free, Garrett and Drew, if you have any ideas. And our callers, look, I'm doing a topic. I'm doing a call-in topic. This is crazy. It's almost like I've been doing radio since I was 18. This is a hacky radio topic. Hey, everybody, we're taking your phone calls right now. We want to know what you believe is the most blubbering cry you've ever seen in cinematic history. Of course, this, too, is sponsored by Fandango. Get Fandango movie tickets. Okay. Go to Dwayne. Go to Dwayne on line 4. Dwayne, who do you think cried and really made an ass of themselves, if I could use the word ass? Oh, don't use that language. I'm sorry. An ass of themselves in movies crying.
Robert De Niro and Deer Hunter. That scene at the end when his friend killed himself, was doing the cockfighting or whatever, the 6-finger roulette or whatever.
Nikki, don't do it, Nikki. Yeah. That might have been pretty.
That was a deep cry, and that was he was a really masculine dude in that movie, and it was awesome. That was not awesome, but it was a crazy moment.
He was a very masculine guy in that shit. Oh my God. Thank you, Dwayne. Here's a. Mao! All right, that's pretty good because, De Niro, especially De Niro back then, very macho guy, all of his movies, to see him, busted up like that. And, it's his buddy. So, all right, pretty bad. But I don't know. You might have a hard time topping what Leon in the Bronx has, because I've seen this so many times, and it is, I can't think of a worse crying scene than this one. Leon, what's up, my brother? Leon, there he is.
The
What's
Rocky
up, bro?
III cry is quite possibly the worst thing I've ever seen. Not only did he get the living shit beat out of him, then you got Mickey dying, which they completely just let Mickey die, just leaving him on the floor instead of just taking him out into the hospital or something like that. And then he comes back, and then after getting your face beat in by this big black bruising motherfucker, you gotta sit there and watch this old man die slowly. That cry was the worst.
No oxygen. He's got no oxygen. They're not doing any chest compressions. They're not doing nothing. They just let him die in the fucking the stinky locker room.
A stinky locker room, yeah. It was the worst. To this day, I'm 44, and I still watch Rocky III, and I got to kind of, skip past that scene, because I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's the worst way to die.
And you can say...
With his old swole-up eye, just beat to living tarnation, and then this old man just... oh, Jesus Christ. That's the worst cry in masculine man history. I don't know any better.
Let's bask in a bit of Rocky crying over Mickey's death. Here we go.
Look at this. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. it kills me every time I see that
Every
scene,
time.
man. Oh, it's
Every
terrible.
time, Leon. That's a good one.
Yeah, brother.
That's a hard one to beat. Thank you, bud. Okay, Zobar might have one. Hey, Zobar, we're looking for the worst cinematic cries from a man that you've ever seen. Hey, don't step on me while I'm front selling your call with the topic again. I have to keep telling the topic for new listeners that come in. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Zobar, what's up?
That's almost as bad as having the radio on. Man, that's a tough one. Leon, I think, hit it out of the park with Rocky III. I forgot about that one. How about Harvey Keitel when he's in the church in Bad Lieutenant?
Bad Lieutenant. First of all, let me tell you something. Harvey Keitel has cried in a couple of movies, and he has one of the worst. I hope this isn't the way he really cries in real life, because on screen, his cries are, it's so fucking bad.
But he's shitting while he's crying.
Yeah, let's watch this one. Yeah, it's constipation. It's constipation.
Yeah, he's got a bad roid up there.
A roid. He's pushing too hard.
Blowing a roid.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen Harvey Keitel cry. It's not a pretty sight. Very good.
That's a great
Mr.
movie, though.
Thank you. What do you like to hear? We'll play a twofer for you. Oh my God. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Nate on line 3 has a cry story. Okay. Nate, what's up?
Hey, I remember one time I heard Greg Hughes cry that you didn't come to his house, and I just wanted to reiterate that one to you.
That I never came to his house. I know. I never got him a wedding gift. I never.
Well, not a movie cry, but still melting.
Yeah,
right?
I hear you. All right, Nate. Thank
Have a good
you.
one.
Yeah, I told the story before, but my dad. I saw my dad cry once, and it was tragic. Like, I still remember it. It's terrible because, again, my dad was just the epitome of the 70s man, the man. And it was probably 72 around there, maybe 71. I was maybe 10 years old. And my dad had a Pontiac GTO, I think it was. Was it GTO or a Le Mans? No, it was a Le Mans. He had a Le Mans, orange, fucking nice, great car. It's like dad driving detective, a private eye, not detective, driving his fucking thing. It was like a Mannix. I always thought my dad was Mannix. And it seems that the carburetor burst into flames there, and he was trying to put it out, and he was burning his hands. So he burnt his hands. He drove over to our house. He wasn't living there at the time. They had already been kind of separated. And I heard him come in. It's like, well, this is weird that, Dad's showing up today. And I heard him and my mom in the kitchen, and they weren't yelling at each other, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I peek around the corner, and my mom is kind of running the water and holding my dad's hands under the cold water of the sink. And I went like, Daddy? And he turned around to look at me real quick, and I saw pissy eyes. My fucking dad had pissy eyes, tears, as he's just like, ugh. And then he was able to muster up, get out of here. Like, he yelled at me to get out of there, because he knew how bad it would have been for me to see him crying. Ugh. Never mind in a dress for Pride Month. Yeah, that just, oof, that would have been terrible. But yeah, I saw him cry then, and it's stuck with me forever. I mean, how many moments just come and go? You don't even think about it. And the imagery and the sounds, you remember everything. That quick look around, Daddy, and then him going, get out of here, and moving away. And I remember it vividly because it was traumatic. You don't want to see that. What happened? The first sledgehammer swipe at that giant marble statue base. That was the first pang, and just watching some gravel shoot out. The first one. You're like, what? Wait. Wow, that can't possibly be. But it was.